Have you ever had a door close on you, a job you didn't get, a relationship that ended, a plan that fell apart, and felt like God had forgotten about you? What if He hadn't forgotten you at all? What if, in that very moment of disappointment, He was quietly working behind the scenes, shielding you from something you couldn't see? The Bible tells us in Psalm 91 that God commands His angels concerning us, to guard us in all our ways. But that protection doesn't always look the way we expect it to. Today, we're going to look at 7 signs that God is actively protecting you, even right now, from something you may not be able to see yet. Stay with me to the end, because sign number 5 has changed the way a lot of people see their most difficult seasons. Sign 1. Doors keep closing. No matter how hard you push, you've applied, prayed, tried and tried again, and still nothing opens. Every path forward seems blocked. It's frustrating. It feels like failure. But consider this. Sometimes God doesn't close a door because you're not good enough. He closes it because what's behind that door isn't good for you. Think about Joseph in the book of Genesis. Every door seemed to close on him. Betrayed by his brothers, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, falsely accused, imprisoned. Every single chapter looked like a dead end. But God was protecting him from something. He was being positioned, not punished. If doors keep closing in your life right now, ask yourself this. What if God isn't blocking you? What if He's redirecting you towards something far better than what you're chasing? Sign 2. You feel an unexplained unease about something. Have you ever been about to make a decision, say yes to something, go somewhere, trust someone, and felt a quiet but persistent unease inside? Not fear, not anxiety, just a stillness, a warning. That feeling is not nothing. For those who walk with God, it can be the Holy Spirit gently tapping on your shoulder. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths." God doesn't always shout. Sometimes He whispers. And that quiet unease before a decision is one of the ways He speaks. If you've been feeling it lately, slow down. Pray about it. Don't dismiss it. That discomfort in your spirit may be God's protection wrapping itself around you before you even realize you needed it. Sign 3. Something you wanted falls apart at the last minute. You were so close. Everything was in place. And then, at the very last moment, it fell apart. Completely, inexplicably. This is one of the most painful signs to recognize in the moment, because it feels like God let you down right at the finish line. But here's what's easy to miss. Last-minute collapses often mean God waited until the last minute to show you something. He let you get close enough to see it clearly, and then He pulled you back. Think about the times in your past where something falling apart was actually the beginning of something better. Most of us, if we're honest, can point to at least one moment like that. God sees the full picture. You see today. Trust the one who can see what you cannot. Sign 4. People who were close to you suddenly pull away. Relationships shifting can feel deeply personal. When someone pulls away without explanation, it stings. It can make you question yourself. But not every person who leaves your life is a loss. Some departures are divine protection. There are people whose presence in our lives, no matter how familiar or comfortable, quietly pull us away from where God is calling us. Not always through malice, sometimes just through influence, distraction, or misalignment. Psalm 1:1 begins with this: "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take." God cares deeply about who surrounds us. If someone has walked out of your life recently and you can't understand why, before you grieve it, pray over it. Ask God if this is His protection. You might be surprised by what He shows you. Sign 5. You're experiencing a season of forced stillness. This is the one. The sign that changes everything when you understand it. Maybe you're in a season where nothing seems to be moving. Your prayers feel quiet. Your progress feels paused. You're stuck, and you don't know why. Here's what that might actually be. God holding you still because something dangerous is moving. Think of it like a shepherd who slows the flock when there's a predator nearby that only he can see. The sheep don't know why they've stopped, but the shepherd does. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." That word still in the original Hebrew means to let go, to cease striving. It's not passive, it's an act of trust. If you're in a season of stillness right now, you are not forgotten. You are being held. Sign 6. You keep narrowly avoiding problems you didn't even know were there. Have you ever left late and missed something terrible on the road? Changed your plans last minute and avoided a situation that turned bad? Felt held back from a decision only to find out later it would have cost you enormously? These are not coincidences. Hebrews 1:14 tells us that angels are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. God's protection over his people is active, intentional, and constant, even when we can't see the threat being removed. Most of God's protection is invisible by design. You don't see the danger he steered you away from. You only see that somehow, again, you're okay. If you look back over your life and see a pattern of narrow escapes, take a moment right now to thank God for every single one, because more were happening than you'll ever know on this side of eternity. Sign 7. Deep down, you have a peace that doesn't make sense. This last sign is perhaps the most profound, and it's one that can't be manufactured. Philippians 4:7 describes it as the peace of God, which transcends all understanding. Not peace because everything is fine. Peace despite the fact that everything is not fine. If you're going through something hard right now, something uncertain, something painful, and yet, somewhere beneath all of it, there is a quiet, unshakable sense that you are going to be okay. That is God. That is his signature. That peace is not from you. It's not optimism. It's not denial. It's the presence of a God who is holding your situation in his hands and who is already working on what you can't see. Guard that peace. Protect it. It is one of the most powerful signs that God is actively at work in your life. 7 signs. 7 ways God may be quietly, invisibly, lovingly protecting you from something you can't see. Closed doors, a quiet unease, last-minute collapses, relationships shifting, forced stillness, narrow escapes, unexplainable peace. None of these feel good in the moment. Most of them feel like setbacks. But God's protection rarely announces itself. It works quietly, faithfully, constantly. If you're going through a hard season right now, I want to encourage you with this. The fact that you can't see what God is doing doesn't mean he isn't doing it. He sees what you can't. He knows what you don't. And he loves you more than you fully understand yet. Trust him with the parts of your story that don't make sense yet. He's writing something you're not ready to read.